busy over there, so we'll just go ahead and do you first. Joining us is the Hall of Famer herself, Shantae Goff. Shantae, we were talking a little bit before the game, and District 17 could not be any tighter.
Yeah. I was actually just talking to Wendy about this, and it's stressful. Amongst the other things, it's stressful because every single game matters, and we're basically at the end of district. You know, we got 3 games left for us. I think Wendy has 4, and we're just not going to know until the very end what's going to be. So
right, because those games are against the top teams.
Yeah.
In the district.
Yep. And, I mean, even the teams that are not in the top, like, every game we played has been super hard. And so, but, you know, we're prepared for this. We're battle-tested. We've been tested. Every single game we played, we've been tested. So my girls are locked in. We know what we need to do.
It seems that that's the way District 17 is this season. I mean, who knows what it's going to be next season after the realignment.
Yeah.
But right now, the teams are very evenly matched, and you got to bring it every game.
Yeah, I mean, it was like this last year. Like, last year wasn't a walk in the park either, you know, and so that's why we play non-district games. We want to play non-district games that are tough and competitive for us, so that way when we get in the district, we're kind of already moving. And I told the girls, I'm like, look, we're 5-1 right now since the last time we played Consol, 5-1, and we're playing our best basketball right now. And I told them, like, you want to be playing your best basketball pretty much towards the end of district, because once we get in the playoffs, it's one and done. So we need to be ready and locked in, and this is just another game that's in the way of what we want and what our goals are, and I hope that we can come out and play hard tonight.
Well, regardless of who wins tonight, I want to see both you guys get into the postseason.
Absolutely. Both of us being in the postseason, that's what it was for us last year. It's good for the community. You know, everybody wins when, you know, 2 teams from the same city, you know, can get in the playoffs. And so I hope that for her, and I also hope that for us.
Well, it speaks a lot about the quality of basketball that we have here in our community.
Yeah. You know, basketball is growing, and I love it. I love all things basketball. So it's good to see that kids want to play and kids are passionate about the sport, and ultimately a lot of them want to go to college and play. So.
Well, you saw all those junior high kids come out for junior high night.
Yeah.
That's the future right there.
Yeah.
And there must have been at least 50 of them between all 3 schools.
Yeah. Middle school night is always good for us. It's super important for our girls to see, both sides, our communities coming together and people coming out and supporting girls basketball. I always wear a hoodie and a T-shirt that says everybody watches women's sports. And so it's just an empowerment thing, and I hope that the girls are inspired, not only just by this game, but, you know, all the games in our areas and even their own games. And that way when they get up to the high school level, they know what to expect and what's to come.
Well, we know they're going to see a good game tonight.
Yes,
and from talking to you before, we know about how much you love the game and
yes, sir.
How much it's given back to you.
Absolutely.
And so it's always refreshing to get a few moments to, we don't get that many moments, but to spend a few moments with you and just feel that passion coming off of you.
Yeah. And I want to be passionate tonight. So as every night, I try not to be too animated, but I think the girls secretly like it. I think it gets them hyped up too. So whatever I need to do, I'm gonna do it.
Except put on a jersey.
Exactly. I wish.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Shantae.
Thanks.
You were dead in concentration there.
Yes, I was. We'll go with that story.
Yeah. So how fun is that for the junior high kids to come out and be on the court, receive the applause, get a picture taken?
Yeah, it's great. Like I said, we're not 100% feeder anymore, schools, and so, they're split between the 2 high schools, and for them to see the crowd and get to play in front of the crowd, and you see the players for both schools, and it's exciting. It's totally exciting.
Well, they couldn't pick a better game to come to than tonight's game.
And we do that, like we'll go to their place next year for middle school night, and so that way they don't have to come twice, or you know what I mean, to try to get them here. So it's just smart to do it during the College Station High School game, but we flip sites every year. So yeah, it's fun for them.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Once again, my first year
You'll get there.
Gaining a lot of knowledge here every game that we play. Now, last time you played them was January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Came on the short end by 4 points.
We did.
That had to be a little bit rough. I think that was the beginning of a 3-game losing
it was,
streak.
And we lost by 4 to each. Yeah. 4's not a good number for us. I'm tired of 4.
I was tired of 25.
There you go.
And now we're into 26. So, but like we were talking before we came on the air, this district is just so tight. Looking at the standings right here, and Montgomery lost to Brenham yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And that had to be, to me, that was surprising. But
That was. But like I said, we talked in the hallway, Coach Goff and Coach Francis, and we were just like, this is just a crazy district. Any given night, who knows? It's tough. We got some really good teams in this district. It really is. It's a tough district, but you got to play every night. You can't take a night off.
And now Huntsville is playing Brenham tonight.
Yep.
And Huntsville's sitting at 7-2 on top of the district, at least for tonight.
Right. I mean, that could be different. Who knows?
It will, because Huntsville's going to play them tough.
Oh, absolutely. Like they've lost 2, and I don't think that they thought they'd be losing 2. They're so dang athletic, and the way they started out, and so it's just a battle. It's a battle every night for every coach in this district.
Right, and another top game, Montgomery, who's in third, is playing Huntsville. So all the top teams are playing each other now. And, of course, you're not done after this. You got big games.
These are the rough 4 right now.
Right.
Yes. First 2, okay, but these next 4 are just back-to-back.
All the way down to the bitter end.
But like I told them, you're in the driver's seat. Take care of business, and we'll be all right.
Well, that's a good attitude. So just wanted to.
I try to have a good attitude, Gilbert. I really do.
I'm witness to that. She's trying to have a good attitude and win at the same time.
Absolutely true.
And of course, Chris's life hangs in the balance.
Yes, it does. It does. He really wants us to win, just so I'm not grumpy.
Well, we all want a non-grumpy
That's right. We need to be
Hines.
happy. That's exactly right. I want to be happy.
All right, well, listen, I wanted to get you over here for a few minutes, say hi to all the crowd and everything out there,
okay.
Everybody following you and following girls basketball here in the BCS area.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's so much fun. I don't know who's more nervous, me or you guys.
We got to keep it on the lowdown.
All right.
Thank you, Gilbert.
All right, have a great game.
You too, thank you.
Joining me here at the halftime is Robert Cessna from the Eagle. And, Robert, I knew you were going to be at the game tonight because this is a big one.
Well, obviously, anytime you have a city teams meeting like the boys' game over in College Station, same kind of atmosphere. A lot of people don't like when the schools get split, and you can see why, because you got split, feelings of who's going to win. But it also makes some dramatic sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball.
And I'm pretty sure you were here for the volleyball regional finals between these two schools.
I come out and watched it. Somebody else was covering it. I watched it. Obviously, you talk about it doesn't get any better or any worse when you're playing for a chance to go to state. We've seen it throughout the years in some places, same district rivals or city rivals, but that's kind of a great way to win or a tough way to lose.
Right. Let's take a step back.
Sure.
That's okay. I want to make sure we get you in the frame for the video.
Yeah.
Now, how long you been covering sports in the BCS area?
I got here in this is my 51st year.
51st year.
Yeah, they said the internship's almost over. Well, Tom Turnerville, he's another, I consider Tom a legend. But when Tom and I talk a lot, now we're covering a lot of grandchildren of people we covered. So that really makes you feel a little bit older, Gilbert. But it beats the alternative, pushing up daisies.
That's right. And, of course, I'm working for Tom now with the BCS ball, and he's listening right now. So thanks a lot, Tom, for giving me the opportunity. So many great games that you've seen in those years, and, not only Aggie games, which you've covered and everything in Aggie football. I remember when I first moved here, I picked up a subscription to the Eagle just to read your column so I could get brought up to speed on everything that was happening with Aggie football because I didn't know anything. And now I still don't know much, but but covering the high school sports, that kind of takes up all of my time.
Well, the beauty of Bryan College Station, it's a big city when A&M's playing, and you got 110,000 people, and you can go out, in the surrounding area and see a Class 2A, a 3A game, and maybe there's a few hundred there, and it's just as important to those people, whether you're in Bremont or Franklin or whatever. Those games are just as important as when the Aggies play in Kyle Field. Well, and we treat them you and I treat them the same way.
Yeah, no, tonight I'm torn. I had both coaches on in the pregame show because we were over at College Station on January 6th for the first go-round of this crosstown showdown. Last night I was at Bryan High School with Keith Jackson and his boys. So we get to cover a wide variety of sports with Tom and BCS Ball. And, of course, how do you decide which game to cover?
Well, the way it goes is I am kind of, quote, the pseudo boss. Jake Weiss is like the head high school guy, so I try to send him to, quote, the biggest game or the game he wants to see. And then I can go to another game, or sometimes even Alex Miller, or we got a couple stringers. So that's how we decide where we're at. Can't be everywhere. It'd be nice, but when I came down here, there's only Bryan and Consolidated, so it's pretty easy.
It was easy then. Now we're 4 high schools, and that's not even to talk about the secondary high schools, St. Joseph's or an Allen Academy.
The private schools, yes, sir. Well, I moved down here from Pennsylvania, and I thought Pennsylvania football was big, but when I came down and I went to IUP, I'll put a plug in because that's where Kurt Signetti coached for a while. My point being is, Bryan High Stadium is bigger than the college stadium I went to.
Well, they've grown big here, and I'm from Northern California, and I knew football was big, and I was working for KBTX at the time, and they sent me out to that multi-million-dollar stadium at Katy.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And so that was my introduction to Texas football, and then the next night I'm over at Burton.
You got to go cover a game in Somerville, or you got to go cover a game when you go in. I'm Norman's you one time, and I went in, and there was room for 3, and they go, Cessna, this is a cake we're like roughing away at halftime. Don't you got to put your hands up on there? So I had to keep notes on the side.
Wow. Yeah, they don't always have room for us at the games.
Times have changed, but there's always room for the coaches and players. That's all that matters.
There is. Anyway, Robert, I wanted to get you over here. I saw you last game and didn't get a chance to get your attention to have you over here, but what a treasure it is to have you in the community and your 50 years of sports coverage, and just to work the same sideline with you is a real treat for me.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Gilbert. Thanks for all you do, too, buddy.
All right. Thanks a lot.
I'm going to go sit down and see how many calls I can miss.
Come on in here, young lady. Joining us in the post-game show is Tiana Hickman, and what a game.
Thank you so much.
You knew it was going to be a battle.
Yes, sir, it was. It's rivalry right here, so we got to go hard.
Now, do you think this is your biggest rivalry?
Yes, it is. It is. We've been going at it for years.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And you kind of grew up with it?
Yes, sir.
And so 12 points unofficially for you tonight.
Yes, sir.
You had a little injury, though?
Yeah, I think when I had landed, when I had fell, I think I hit my hip a little bit out of place a little bit, so we'll fix it. I'll be okay.
We'll fix it?
Yes, sir.
Get in there, put some duct tape on it?
Yeah, we'll put some duct tape on it.
Something like that?
Yes, sir.
That's what duct tape's for.
Yes, sir.
So, what was your intensity level, you feel, coming into this game?
We had to go get a win. We didn't want them to come get a win and think that they can, still be with us, trying to get into playoffs. So we just had to do what we had to do today.
Uh-huh. Well, you sound like Coach Goff there, saying you had to do what you had to do.
Yes, sir.
So, 12 points. Let's see, what do I have you down here? You had 2 3-pointers in the first half, none in the second half. So second half, a little bit more defense for you.
Yes, sir.
And so what's your mindset going into the fourth quarter? You guys were leading since the second quarter.
Yeah, I always tell myself if I can't do nothing on offense, always give my best on defense, which I did try to do at the end.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so now this might put you in a tie for first place.
Yes, sir.
District 17. That's a hard battle.
Yeah, I know.
And you still got some important games remaining.
Yes, sir.
So what's the mood of the team now that after you've crossed this hurdle?
We just got to go out here and kill these rest of these teams and just keep going.
Just take them one at a time.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll have to ask you this one final question. What is it that you love about basketball?
I just love the intensity of it. I grew up around it. My family always been doing it, and so I put that little ball in my hand. I already knew it was for me.
Well, you had a fabulous game tonight.
Thank you.
And we wanted to bring you over here and introduce you to the community and let them take a look at you off the court. And good luck to you the rest of the way. I'm sure we'll see you somewhere along the line, maybe another regular season game. But certainly you guys are at the first place. You're going to definitely playoff bound.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you so much.
All right. There she is, number 30, Tiana Hickman.